Welcome back to the Navy Sports Magazine. We're presented by the Navy Federal Credit Union. Strong start for the Navy Water Polo team this season. Pleased to be joined by team captain Caden Capobianco. And Caden, just as a student at the academy, you understand what it means to be named a captain. It means just a little bit more at a place like this. To you personally, what has it meant to be selected as the captain of one of Navy's most prestigious athletic programs?
Well, I mean, it's always good to be captain. I think a lot of people here are captain in their high school, but to be selected by your peers and voted on, and then be able to be captain of the team that I think I've put a lot of time and effort and really care about this team is probably something that I've one of my most proud accomplishments here at the academy so far.
Is it something special? And I know at the academy, obviously, the captains of the respective teams get together. Being able to walk in those circles with those other captains, and you look around and you know how special that is. What is that like? Because I've heard what some of those meetings are like, and how the captains all learn from each other. But I imagine that's got to be pretty special.
Yeah, it is pretty special. I mean, a lot of these people I've also known or been in my old companies or kind of grown up with here over the past 4 years. So it's really cool to be able to see some of my friends and peers be selected as captain as well, and being able to learn from them and talk with them about different things on the team is pretty special too.
No doubt about that. You guys are off to a pretty strong start so far this year. You had a chance to go back home to the West Coast and play. What was that like for you to be able to go back? And not only that, but you guys got a pretty good win against Long Beach State there. What was that trip like for you all as a team, but obviously for you personally being able to get back to the West Coast?
Well, playing outdoor water polo is always something the entire team looks forward to. Something that I definitely look forward to too, and being able to breathe fresh air and have some real sunlight on you. But it's also fun being able to play California teams because that's not something that we typically do throughout the year here, and being able to play against old teammates. And then that win against Long Beach State, I think, is the biggest win I've been a part of every year here. So that was also really, really fun trip for the team.
You've seen this building obviously now as a senior. What is it about this group coming together that has allowed you all to get off to such a good start this year?
Well, I think that every class is doing its part. Starting with my class, they're all seniors are really stepping into their leadership roles, and then another really big part is the freshman class. Those guys they haven't skipped a beat going from plebe summer into the season, and they're all playing really well. And then the youngsters in the second class are doing their part as well. So just everyone on the team is just doing their part, and I think it's going to lead to a good season.
How important is that communication with your fellow firsties to encourage them that they are part of this leadership journey with you as a captain of this team, and setting standards every day to how to be a student athlete at the academy? Because as seniors, you all understand the rigors, and also allowing those, the plebes especially, to know that, hey, we were you once, and we're here to help you if you need it.
Yeah, I think our team definitely has a really good culture of helping each other and helping people get through the academy based on our experiences. And this group of firsties, some of my best friends at the academy, and it's just really easy, really good communication, and having them makes my job a lot easier for sure, and takes a lot of pressure off me.
Water polo brotherhood, just like any sport at the Naval Academy, it's a real thing. The alumni care so much about the program, but even for you as a player, who were some of the players while you were here that maybe had some influence on you while you were obviously a player and growing here at the academy yourself?
Well, there's obviously the guys last year. Will Clark, who was one of the captains last year, I played in high school with. I still talk to him often, talk to him after games, and he was a big influence on me. And there's also the goalie who was a second class when I was a freshman, Max Sandberg. He definitely had a big impact on me, and I still talk to him today as well. So that those kind of things, they've stuck with me, and the lessons they've taught me, and I hope to be able to pass that down to the next group of guys as well.
How tough is goalie to play in this sport? Because having watched it for years now at the academy, the athletes in this sport just get bigger, better, stronger at what they do. What are the challenges to playing goalkeeper in water polo?
Well, I mean, I've only ever been a goalie, so it's kind of hard for me to think of any other way to do it. It's just kind of I've gotten to a point where I've played so long where I can kind of just rely on my instincts and reflexes and things like that. But um, yeah, it's definitely a lot of pressure being the last line of defense, but it's also fun too, being able to have an impact in the game and being able to play the whole game too is also a cool part about being goalie and just really have your have an impact in the game in such a big way.
You've always been about the water, as a swimmer, obviously as a water polo player. Just what was it about, A, the water, and B, water polo itself for you? How long have you been playing it? And obviously why water polo was a choice for you as a student athlete?
Well, growing up in Southern California, I've always been in the ocean, diving, snorkeling, things like that. And then my dad, he played water polo in high school, so he just kind of me to egg beater. I don't even remember learning how to tread water. I just knew I knew how. So I started playing when I was 9, and it just ended up being the sport that I found the most fun when I was in that phase, trying every single sport out there. So I stuck with it, and definitely happy I did because I love being able to be in the water and play a tough sport that when most people look at it, they're like, how do you even egg beater? I can't even imagine. Like, are you standing or something? Like that's always from people who don't know the sport as well.
Dude, the physicality in this sport too is ridiculous. I mean, I have so much respect for the athletes of this sport because having watched it enough now, I understand it. But if you were to explain water polo to people, somebody just drops into earth and comes to watch a water polo match, how would you describe it to them?
Well, I'm a goalie, so I don't really get as much of that. I don't get hit as much as the other guys do. So maybe I'm not the best person to ask about that, but I definitely can see it happening, and it just kind of seems like I don't know, it's hard to explain to someone other than just saying it's like soccer in the water and it's like basketball positions, but you're not touching the bottom and you're swimming and just a lot of stuff goes on under the water. It's hard to explain.
Yeah, we know some of that stuff that goes on under the water. Physically, what kind of a toll does it take on you guys to maintain your body through the course of an entire season? As you said, especially, I mean, you guys are literally treading water the entire time. That's got to put a tremendous physical toll on your body to maintain your fitness during the course of the year.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely have to. We're in the pool almost every day, and then we're swimming and egg beatering. But most of the guys have been playing for so long that for me, egg beatering is probably easier than running, and I think that's definitely true for the majority of guys on the team. So I don't think you notice it as much at a certain point.
For you guys to achieve your goals by season's end, what's it going to take for this team to get that done?
I think just taking it one game at a time. This we had a tough loss this weekend, but that game's over. We'll learn from it, and hopefully, we'll just apply that to Air Force. That's coming up this week, and then just take it game by game and don't get too ahead of ourselves.
Awesome stuff, big fella. Appreciate the time today. Best of luck against the Falcons coming up later on this week.
Thank you. Appreciate it.